and welcome back into the podcast studio, the home of football on the HTF network. It is, of course, HTFC, episode 4 of season 2. I'm your host, Edgar Rodriguez.
And I'm Patrick Deleon, and today we have Austin joining us.
HTFC
debut.
Welcome.
Hello, how are you feeling? Are you excited to be here?
I'm excited. First time I get to be on with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun.
I think so.
Wait
it should
right
be
here.
fun.
Should be great.
Yes.
Patrick, what are you wearing, my friend? All the way
Let's
from
see what he's
the
wearing.
other side of the world.
Yes, so this is Cerezo Osaka 2015-2016 home shirt. So all the way from Japan. Yeah, this is an older one, kind of a little bit that I have. So it's been around for a while.
There you go.
But I don't know, it's comfy. I like it.
When'd you get that?
Reminds me of a little bit of Team. Maybe 2-3 years ago, I think. Off eBay. Then I wore it when I went over to Japan. So
that's right.
Yes.
Okay.
So you fit in with the locals.
Exactly.
I love that.
Exactly.
I have the 2019-2020 Arsenal home kit. We've come a long way since then. But it's a nice classic, the red and white. Nothing too outlandish.
Throwback kind of thing.
Yes, that's right. And hopefully in the coming episodes, we will have a brand new one. So I keep promising that. Don't worry, it's coming. But let's go straight into it, boys, okay? Because we have to talk about Ballon D'Or. We've just spent the last 20 minutes off air talking about it. But let's run through the results very quickly. Ousmane Dembele winning it for the first time. Is it out of the blue? We'll get into that in a little bit. But of course, Lamine Yamal got very close in second, and then Vitinha, Salah, Rafinha ending up the top 5. Patrick, thoughts?
It's just this is a really interesting year, I think, when it comes to the Ballon d'Or, because there's just so many good players for so many good teams.
It wasn't clear-cut this year.
Absolutely
not. At all.
I'm not necessarily upset with whoever would have won this. I think Dembele is a solid choice, but kind of like you were saying, we'll get into in just a second. Off air, we're talking really about the nuances and the criteria. What does it really mean to win a Ballon d'Or? So let's go more into that right now. Yeah. Dembele, had an amazing year at PSG. Obviously, winning Champions League is the pinnacle of that, right?
And it weighs heavily in this.
Absolutely.
It weighs heavily.
Absolutely. But is he the most important player on PSG?
You can argue not. You can argue Vitinha is more important. You can argue João Neves, who obviously isn't on this list,
There's
is more
so many
important.
different little criterias and niches you could argue on that, 1,000%.
And I think, when it comes to Ballon d'Or, is it just a giant popularity contest that everyone likes to talk about? Yes. At the end of the day, yes.
It's kind of like the Oscars for soccer, if you think about it.
Pretty much.
They make a huge show about it. They save the big prize
place
for
where
the
they do
middle.
It looks like the Oscars.
It's a huge
100%.
production.
It's just show, really. But of course, it carries a lot of weight. Every player, whether you like it or not, wants to win the Ballon d'Or at one point. But yeah, Dembele winning it on the men's. Aitana Bonmati winning it for the 3rd straight year for the women's. By the way, 3 out of those 5 were Arsenal players, so thank you very much. Thank you.
But when it comes to Lamine Yamal,
this.
Lamine Yamal, obviously he's extremely young, one of the
He's as
younger.
old as the first iPhone. He was born in 2007.
Yes.
And I think
I know you have a lot to say about him.
Oh, yeah.
That plays a large role, though, doesn't it, Austin? I think he's a little young still. Maybe don't want to give it to him yet. Of course, he won the Copa Trophy.
Yeah, this guy, when I found out he was born in 2007, he had all these accolades. I was like, okay, what am I doing wrong with my life right here? First of all, he joined La Liga at 15. He was in Barcelona's youth academy, I believe, at age 7.
Yep.
And obviously he won the Copa this year. And then last year, that is a monument of awards right there. He could
that's basically not even including his actual on-field.
Yeah, exactly. We're not even talking about what he's done on the field.
And we haven't even talked about Spain either.
Yeah.
No.
Crazy.
Yeah, and literally, his career could end right now, and we'd be like, "Yep, great player, great."
Accomplished.
Yeah,
right?
Literally. And he's not even 21. He can't even
He's
drink
not even
yet.
20. He's not even of legal age, which is crazy.
He can barely drive, I think, in Spain. Austin, what other awards caught your eye? Of course, the Ballon d'Or isn't the only thing in this award ceremony, so talk us through some of those.
Honestly, the one that really caught me was the coaching award for Luis Enrique.
Deserved.
I the award itself didn't catch me off guard. It was more that it took so long for Luis to get it. It feels so well deserved. Because he's been around since the 1990s doing this. What was it? He started with Real Madrid in 1991, and he retired in 2004. That's 13 years of playing soccer every single year. Traveling. 250 days, which is straight practice
ton of time,
on the road, all that stuff.
And I think it's important also, Austin, while you're on that point, to say that's the 2nd treble he wins as a manager. He won a treble with Barca as well, so definitely much deserved.
And he's been coaching since 2008.
Absolutely, absolutely. Going back to those days. So Lots to talk about Ballon d'Or. We can talk about it all day, but let's move on to preview some matches coming up next weekend.
Yes.
Patrick, Girona are in the mud.
Yes, they are. And think about it. This is a team that was just playing Champions League not that long ago.
Happened?
They had a great La Liga season back in 2023-24, finishing in 3rd place, right? Obviously, a lot of people kind of prey on their downfall because they're part of City Football Group.
True.
I can understand that. But it's kind of surprising to see that they're struggling a lot right now. Winless in 6.
Yeah, lost a lot of their main players, right?
Yeah.
Like you said, no wins in their first 6 matches. Espanyol on the other end, though, Austin's sitting pretty in 4th.
Yeah.
Probably not expected, but a great start.
But, I mean, still something to be proud of right there.
Yeah, and that's Espanyol being the other club in Barcelona that I think people forget Barcelona has, right?
Always forget.
So, and they're having a pretty good start. They're only, I believe, like 2 points behind Barcelona, who are sitting in 2nd.
That's right, on 13 points. Barca, the only loss for Espanyol, away at Real Madrid. And to be fair, I don't think they went there expecting to win.
Right.
And you look at their next matches. Okay, all right, so Girona, they play at home against Betis, at Oviedo, home to Elche, at Alaves.
They have a pretty comfortable schedule.
Yeah,
Look at those next matches, and it's looking pretty good for Espanyol if they can, continue this run of form. For Girona, though, where do they go from here?
Yeah.
Do you expect them to be in a relegation fight? Last word on
clearly,
this match.
yes. They were winless in 6.
Like
I think this year they might go down.
Wow.
It's looking like
I can definitely see them going down.
A fall from grace for Girona.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
Let's move on. Palace, Liverpool. Can Liverpool seize the Palace? Oh, Patrick, you're so funny.
I know.
I never saw this before.
Horrible joke.
Look, Palace unbeaten in the last 11 Premier League matches, boys. Liverpool, of course, perfect to start this season. When you go to Selhurst Park, one of the best atmospheres in England, Patrick, Liverpool have left it late far too often this season.
They really have.
Is this finally the one where they slip up? Please say yes, because I'll be hate watching like no one else ever in history.
As much as I would like Crystal Palace to win, or at least draw this game with Liverpool, I don't think they can.
They will.
I don't think so. And here's the thing. Liverpool, they've really left it late practically like every game this season so far.
5 out of the 6 matches in all competitions won it after the 83rd minute.
Exactly. Yep. And let's take a look at Crystal Palace. They're having a pretty good year. Last year was a pretty good year for one of the, if not the best year for Palace standards, right?
Yeah.
This year they're they're still going with a really strong start. Chris Richards in the back, by the way. Shout out to this guy. I've always loved him. For the national team as well, for the United States. Yeah. He struggled a little bit first going to Palace. He didn't really play too much. But over time, he's literally solidified himself into that back line. He's made it his own. He's contributing. He's scoring goals.
I feel like most people run into that a little bit joining a new team for the first time.
For sure. And, he's really made that back line his. And he's played every single minute so far this season for Palace. And it's exciting to see him compete against guys that played for Liverpool.
Look, one of your points is Isak joining more deadly. Well, arguably, it's been Ekitike who's been the main man so far scoring the goals for Liverpool. Won't play this game, though. Very stupid red card in the Carabao Cup. Threw the ball away for his first yellow and then took off his shirt. At the end of I'm sorry, it's Carabao Cup 3rd round. And honestly,
that goes over to
Yes,
Premier
it does.
League?
It's domestic.
Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It
I
counts.
thought
To be fair, though, Arne Slot came out and said, stupid from him. And honestly, I kind of respect that from Arne Slot. I like him. I can't lie.
A little bit smarter than that.
Italy next, Patrick Deleon, AC Milan, great start. Napoli, perfect start.
Yeah, this is going to be a very exciting matchup. Of course, Italy starts a little bit later, so they're only 4 games in.
That's
but let's talk about Christian Pulisic, another amazing American that everybody knows, right? He's having a great start to the season. 5 goals, 1 assist, and 6 games played in all competitions. He's been a talisman up top since last year. He's very important. And AC Milan in general just look a little bit revitalized this year compared to last year.
You bring up last season. Horrendous last season. 11 losses in the league for AC Milan. That's a bit atrocious. They finished 8th in the table. This season, a shock loss to Cremonense, okay?
True.
They just got promoted from Serie B. They lost the first game. You can't forget that.
No.
But then, after that, of course, they kind of got back on track.
A little bit of a comeback season here kind of thing,
Yes. Correct. And they absolutely need it. For Christian Pulisic, always seeming to having to prove himself in Europe.
Of course.
Hey, so far, so good. So far, so good for Pulisic. Who takes it, though? Does Napoli continue the perfect start?
I think Napoli.
I'm going Napoli,
I think Napoli still are my favorites in this match.
Even at San Siro. It's going to be a great game.
Absolutely, but I think Napoli can just edge it out Just a little bit.
I feel like it's going to be neck and neck. Don't get me wrong. I feel like it's definitely going to be neck and neck kind of a match. But, yeah, I feel like they got it.
I mean, Napoli, here's my concern, though, right? I don't even know why I did this. This doesn't mathematically compute here.
Don't.
But point is, Napoli, they have so many clinical guys on their roster. Let's look at McTominay in midfield, right?
Absolutely.
They even have guys like Højlund firing on cylinders.
Scoring goals.
And it's Højlund. Like, come on.
De Bruyne.
A genuine De Bruyne now, of course, over the summer. So, I don't know. I still have Napoli favored over that.
Tuning in. I usually don't, I'm not going to lie, I don't tune into much Serie A, but this match, great.
He's going to be watching this match thinking about this.
Yeah, right? Yeah, we're going to be thinking back, seeing if we were right or wrong. But don't forget,
this is the biggest one.
Derby Madrileño, okay? Yes. At the Metropolitano, we have Atleti Real. We've spoken about Atleti a lot so far. Patrick, of course, struggling to start this season.
Mm-hmm. They've seemed to pick up a little bit of form now.
Okay, so they beat Rayo. They beat Rayo yesterday from the time of recording. 3-2, Julian Alvarez.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Julian Alvarez, golazo.
He's always...
Yes. And he was taken off in the previous game. I don't know if you guys saw that he came off the bench, and you can see him. You read his lips and say, basically, why always me? Why am I always taken off? I think Julian Alvarez should be the first name on that team sheet.
For sure.
Point blank.
Starting at the number 9.
Point
10 out of 10. Yes.
So the question that I was going to throw to you, Patrick Deleon, can Atletico Madrid carry from that momentum?
No.
You didn't even let me finish. But I agree with your answer. Why?
Here's my thing. I don't think Atletico Madrid have had a convincing win yet.
No.
At all.
No, I completely agree with that.
I mean, granted, you have to play who you have to play first, right? But they haven't had a real strong enough test. And though any test they have had that has given a little bit of resistance, I feel like they've crumbled. Let's look at Champions League. Sure, it's not league play, but Champions League has been an extremely rough start for Atletico Madrid, right?
Yeah.
And this is Real Madrid. These guys are on an insane form right now. Kylian Mbappe up top right now for Real Madrid. Insane. 7 goals, I think an assist in 5 games or something like that already.
A crazy
He's
start.
having a great
start.
So I don't think Atletico Madrid can contain them.
Austin, Real Madrid easy in this one?
Easily, yeah. I mean, he just stole all the words out of my mouth on that one. Like, honestly, yeah, I cannot agree more, yeah.
It's going to be the Mbappe Alvarez show. Lots of big games this coming week. And Austin, I know it was quick. It was a whirlwind. Thank you for joining us, though.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on, guys. I appreciate it. Appreciate it.
Are we going to see you again on HTFC?
Absolutely, 100%.
Awesome.
I would love to.
Sounds
Absolutely.
great. Sounds great. So stay tuned for that. And also for segment 2, we have a returner, and we're going to be talking about some forgotten seasons.
This is
Patrick,
gonna be fun.
we're going to take a trip down memory lane. Stay tuned.
Hi, sorry to interrupt your show, but I want to give you a little rundown of everything we do here at the Hitting the Field Network. My name's Nick Cohen, and I'm the host of Hitting the Field, our flagship show heading into season 21. Live streaming every Monday at 2 p.m. Eastern, we talk about anything and everything sports. Tuesdays, we have season 3 of Girls Got Game.
Hosts Katie Sue Christensen and Mia Flores discuss all the biggest topics in women's sports.
On Wednesdays, make sure to tune into season 7 of The Combine, hosted once again by Ty Patton. This podcast dives deep into every detail about the NFL season. Next on Thursdays, we live stream season 11 of HTF Bets, brought to you by Andrew Gregg, Diego Ortiz, and Ben Huber. Any sports betting questions? I'll let the pros answer those on Thursday. Then TGIF, because we have new episodes of season 9 of Nighttime, hosted again by Matthew Bracker and Kathleen Moore. Nighttime keeps you up to date on all UCF and collegiate sports. Penultimately, Edgar Rodriguez and Patrick Deleon are back for season 2 of HTFC. Soccer is a year-round sport, so make sure not to miss HTFC. Lastly, end your week on Sundays with our vlog squad, asking the hard-hitting questions and letting you behind the scenes of our studio days. Make sure to follow us on our social medias like Instagram and TikTok to stay updated on all HTFN news. Remember to subscribe to the Hitting the Field Network on YouTube, leave a like and comment, and with that, I think we're ready for your next segment. I've been Nick Cohen, and enjoy the rest of your show.
All right, everyone. A very quick segment 1 there. Oh, gotta get our breaths back, okay? But segment 2 is here, and joining us, Octavious Lawrence. Octo, welcome back.
With the Sunderland jersey.
Yeah. And we love a Sunderland jersey.
Yes, very nice.
We love a little Sunderland. Beautiful kit this season, even in the flesh. Fantastic stuff.
Yes,
how are you, Octo?
I'm doing all right. I'm glad to be back 3 weeks in a row. So.
Yeah, man. You're becoming a regular on HTFC, and we don't mind that one bit. This week, though, we took a little fun spin on HTFC. Not all this analysis all the time, Patrick. Not all this. We're playing some games this week, as you'll see in segment 3. But we're going to start talking about forgotten seasons, Patrick. Now, I got inspired, okay, by seeing Copa 90 all the time. Do this. I post on Insta about some random season, and I'm like, oh, wait, this happened 10 years ago. So, inspired by Copa 90. But we're going to be talking about some players that, kind of had an incredible season, and then after that kind of went off the boil. Who are we starting with?
So I started with Juan Mata, right?
Okay.
We're going to go back specifically to the 2012-2013
Not
season.
the last time we'll be mentioning Chelsea 2012-13.
For sure. But, I mean, he had a pretty unreal season, right?
Yeah.
12 goals, 12 assists, and so many more contributions outside the Premier League as well. He was genuinely one of the best midfielders in the world this season. And then after that, he went to United, and then I felt like you just never heard from him after that.
Yeah.
I was never a huge Juan Mata guy in the first place, but this was a recognizable season.
So Juan Mata, for me, is one of those under-the-radar 10s.
Really?
Octo. A brilliant playmaker. I mean, on the ball, gracious. He makes it look easy. And I agree. This was his first season in England. Of course, came from Valencia, right? Made that move. Spent only around 3 years at Chelsea, and then, of course, a much longer time at United. And then after that, like you said, Galatasaray, Vissel Kobe.
Yeah.
He's now in Australia.
In Australia in Melbourne or something.
Melbourne Victory. Yes. Melbourne Victory. Before that, Western Sydney.
Yeah,
he's a journeyman. But Octo, when you think about Juan Mata, what do you think? What comes to mind?
About that passing ability.
Yeah.
Especially as a Chelsea guy.
Yep.
Watching him and the player we're going to mention a little bit later. You had Ramirez in that
Ramirez,
midfield.
Wow.
Ridiculous midfield. And Mata, even after moving to Man United, I mean, you remember those years where they were at least competing for the title. Mata was a big part of that, link-up play and everything. Yep. So what a season he had, but it is kind of sad to see his fall from grace.
It really is. And you can't forget, he won the Champions League. He won the Europa League. He had domestic success at Chelsea as well. So by no means, an underrated type of player. I think everyone, respected him for what he brought to the table. Fun fact, this was the most amount of goals he ever scored in his career. 12 goals. But then couple that with 12 assists, and you have a pretty irreplaceable midfielder in your team. We can move on, though, guys, over there at the producer's desk, because we have Emile Smith-Rowe coming a little more recent, okay? Now, for those who don't know, he was supposed to be the next star boy for us, right? He was supposed to be, alongside Saka, Hale End product, proud Arsenal boy since he was 10. Speak about 10. Got given the number 10 shirt after the COVID season, right? 21-22. You got to remember, this is back in the days where Eddie Nketiah, okay? Eddie Nketiah, you guys laugh, okay? But he was fantastic this season, by the way. Was our starting striker. And he was right behind him doing bits as well that season. I just wonder, did it all come too soon, Patrick? Because there's something in there.
Right player, wrong time.
Yes, unfortunately. Because... Look, I was so high on this guy. Like, I thought he was...
I always liked him.
Yes. But you know what also plays a role in all this? Odegaard. Odegaard, I believe, came in the season prior
Essentially
to this.
pushed him out.
Yeah, he got phased out.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have an elite talent like Odegaard, it's kind of hard for Emile Smith-Rowe to get
minutes. It really is. And, then that number 10 role is his. Like, that... Yes, he can play out wide, but not as effective when he's in that playmaking role in that number 10 spot. Like I said, Odegaard came in... Edgar is a freak, he is just that good, and Smith-Rowe was unfortunately just never able to maintain that starting position, right? So, kind of fizzled out after that, never got as much playing time as he deserved. Now at Fulham. But you know what, Octo, I kind of like that move for him.
I do as well.
I love that move for him. Now he can be the main guy there, and he's been there for around 3 or 4 seasons now, so... he stayed in the Premier League, and I think that was a good move overall for him.
I mean, sometimes when these, I don't want to call them flops or rejects, but these players who kind of get phased out of their team, they make a move to the smaller teams. You see, you'll see Anthony Elanga moving to Nottingham Forest. And he just made a big move back to Newcastle.
And had a great season at Newcastle.
What a season he had. So sometimes you just got to make that right move, and he's had very good link-up play, even in a few matches that I watched with Fulham. Him combining with Adama Traore, they've looked all right.
They have some ballers out down in Fulham. They're always kind of like, top middle of the table.
They're
top
entertaining
half.
to watch.
The United spot.
Do you think does Yeah, that's right. Does ESR kind of spring to mind as a guy who can make a difference?
I think so. I've always liked his play of style, and I've always thought he was effective on the ball. It's just a shame that, again, like, he just got pushed out of Arsenal.
That's right. Unfortunately, we're going to talk about more Chelsea now.
Biggest game in London.
Oh, I don't know about that. 2012-13, that season has some gems in it.
Winners.
Octo, remind us of this guy.
What a player Oscar was. What a player.
Everybody always thinks of him.
Yeah, I mean, this was his first season at Chelsea.
Yeah.
And he had a pretty good career at Chelsea. He didn't play for too long. Shock move to Shanghai. I understand, a kid from the favelas, you want to make money and feed your family, and Oscar said he doesn't regret it. But
that was
what could he have done?
What if? I always
what
say he
have
is
done?
one of the biggest, if not the biggest, what if in recent times.
That turnaround strike in the Champions. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. Oscar, it feels like he had the world at his feet at all times.
Oh, he absolutely did.
And obviously his combination with Juan Mata, with Matic.
Willian back then. Wow.
What a team. I mean, that oh my goodness, that Chelsea team was so fun to watch.
Yeah.
We didn't win as much as we should have, but what a great year. And then, obviously, in the UCL, you can see it. 6 appearances, 5 goals, 1 assist.
Crazy.
Ridiculously talented. What a player.
Patrick, it's just a little unfortunate again, because then he moves to China.
Right.
Which I always call Saudi Arabia before Saudi.
That was Saudi 1.0.
It was.
That was the original.
That was never going to work, though. That was never going to work. We saw guys like Carlos Tevez also go over there.
It was such an interesting time.
An experiment,
and the thing
almost.
is, China, it just did not work out at all for anybody involved. But, I mean, there was money to be made. And then Saudi Arabia took that blueprint and made it work for
Times 10,
right? I can't complain. If I was in that situation, I guess.
We're going to Shanghai, boys. Here we go. But again, I mean, just one of those players where you're just like...
You always think about instant.
What could have been? Because the talent was there. He showed it at Chelsea. His first year, hit the ground running, came from Inter in Brazil.
His link up with Hazard could have been.
Hazard as well? Imagine that. Would have fed families. Patrick, Ciro Immobile.
Yeah, so I haven't thought about this guy in a while. I kind of forgot that he moved over to Bologna, right? But let's take a look at 2019-2020, right? One of the most lethal, the most lethal striker, I think, in all of Europe and all of the world that season. Unreal. Sure, you can take a look and be like, okay, a lot of them were penalties. But
I disagree with that because people held that against him.
I don't think that's fair.
I'd rather you score your pens than miss them.
Exactly. I think it's common sense, but everyone kind of 36 goals, that's inflated, blah, blah, blah. We can't forget, Immobile is a legendary striker. I mean, top scorer in Lazio history.
And he was still doing this, like he was up there in age.
Yes, I mean, of course, had played for the likes of Genoa, Torino before then. Of course, Dortmund, can't forget that. Played at Dortmund for a long time. Another one of your teams, Patrick.
That
so you'll know him.
Yes.
Only 24 games, by the way. But then Sevilla and then Lazio, and he stayed there for 270 appearances, 207 goals. The next closest in Lazio goal scoring history is in the 150s. I mean, no one even touches him. Now, of course, at Bologna. But this season, he was just something else, Octo. I mean, just ridiculous. A killer in front of goal.
It seems like those Italian strikers, you saw it last year with Retegui. It seems like randomly you'll just get a new star Italian striker. And obviously, Immobile was not a new player.
Right.
But sometimes they'll just have those elite seasons and kind of fade in obscurity. So, kind of a shame.
I mean, he made his debut in 2007. Yeah. You talk about longevity. He's been going forever. It's almost going to be 20 years of Ciro Immobile. 35 now, so he's probably fizzling out, right? Only one appearance so far for Bologna, so, just a squad player, but did it for Italy in the biggest stage as well. Fantastic player.
One of those players that, although Lazio never had the most stacked of rosters, they were always a threat to score. Yeah. Similar to the right winger on Berardi. On Sassuolo.
My goodness.
Those two players, anytime a big team played them.
Let me tell you, I think Italian fans, the Italy national team in general, wishes and prays and begs to have players like that right now because they are in dire straits at the moment. Yes, they are. We can move on, though, because he's not the only Italian striker. We'll get to the next one in a little bit. A little honorable mention for Alexander Mitrovic. okay? Moved from Newcastle to Fulham. Speaking about Fulham, we're making this a Fulham segment. But of course, Mitrovic, top scorer in Serbian national team history. He's a cult hero.
Yeah.
In the championship, I mean, I had to read that again. 43 goals and 44 appearances in the 21-22 season. Then gets promoted, of course, to the Premier League. And I mean, 14 goals, only played 24 times. He was kind of injured in that season. The next closest were 2. Here are some names for you. Carlos Vinicius. Okay, Carlos Vinicius and Willian, of course, made the move to Fulham after coming to Arsenal and wasting our time. Okay, that was horrendous.
Another Chelsea reject.
Yeah. Let's not get deeper into that, okay? Because Madueke just got injured. What are you giving us, Chelsea?
I'm hurt for that.
Jeez. Anyway, scored 14 goals. The next closest were at 5 goals that Premier League season. So he really carried a Fulham team which struggled. Spent a bunch of money. I believe this was the season where they spent over 100 million coming up from the championship. And it materialized into nothing. I mean, they got relegated right back down. But Mitrovic is always one of those bullies in front of goal. You think about Diego Costa. You think about a Mitrovic.
He's a dog.
No BS. You just give him. He can take anything and score you goals at the highest level.
And he'll muscle anyone off the ball. So.
Yes. So a little honorable mention. We can quickly move on because Edin Dzeko, I believe, deserves more spotlight. This was one of your picks, Octo. So talk more about it.
I loved Edin Dzeko. Obviously, I was never a City fan growing up. But watching Edin Dzeko even play for them, it's ridiculous. But he's always been a player who kind of remained under the radar. Playing for Bosnia and Herzegovina is not a massive club. But even watching the 2010 World Cup, watching them try to qualify, the 2014 World Cup in Brazil, when they did pretty well. They did pretty well there. And he was their top scorer there. He's the top. I believe he's the top scorer. Yeah, top scorer in Bosnia.
By far, he's been that since 2012.
What a player. But. You saw that City A season, 2016, 2017, playing for Roma. Roma, obviously a historic club, now recently coached by Jose Mourinho.
That's right.
That team was so fun to watch.
And he was at the forefront.
Yep. Edin Dzeko, he's like a player like Mitrovic. You give him the ball, he'll make something happen. He's a player you can chest down, he can control it at his feet. Yeah. And he was elite this season.
Again, one of those no-nonsense number 9s, Patrick. Of course, was part of the Aguero season at City, right? When you think about Edin Dzeko, you just think goals for fun.
I mean, this is like peak striker. You know, like you think of Dzeko as a striker. You think of any striker, he's got to be on your list somewhere. You know, you don't have to rate him highly, but he has to be on your list somewhere, like iconic in some senses.
100%. After Roma, he went to Inter. Can't forget about that. Spent a bit of time there. Then Fenerbahce went to Turkey. We see a lot of players kind of doing that nowadays, going to Turkey for a few years. Fenerbahce under Jose Mourinho. And now he's back at Fiorentina. Let's see if he can kind of link up there, do some things. He hasn't scored a goal yet for Fiorentina. Another guy who's there, De Gea, still playing out there in Fiorentina. So. But Edin Dzeko, what a striker. Italian and strikers are a theme in this segment, okay? Because I completely forgot about this guy. And it was only when I saw your guys' picks where I was like, Andrea Bellotti did something similar in 2016-17. Ridiculous. Played for a Torino side, which I believe finished 8th, okay? Finished 8th this season.
To write home about.
Didn't qualify for Europe, didn't do anything. 26 goals for a mid-table team is ridiculous, Octo.
Yes, absolutely.
And this guy... After the season, he was touted for an 100 million move. Obviously never happened. He stayed at Torino and ever since then has not even gotten close to anything like this.
It's weird. It's weird to think about. You know, these Italian strikers, they come and go so fast. But I remember Andrea Bellotti, we were talking about 100 million potential move. Yeah. Could have moved to any of the big 6 clubs. Honestly, could have gone anywhere else in Europe.
In Europe?
He had the world at his feet.
Stop.
Had a full opportunity and kind of just disappeared.
It always just makes you think, like, you know, how do you really manage to find that form again? You know, it's just, is it really like that hard? Is the level just that hard playing professionally? It's hard to maintain that consistency because it was an amazing season. But the next closest season he's had right here, right? 16 goals in 1920. Sure, still a pretty decent year for most people, but like
10 less.
Compared to a lot more less, you know, like
And to think he hasn't scored over 10 for more than 5 years.
It's
crazy.
Struggling.
But do we think that kind of sliding doors moment, right? We talk about for players like this, it was probably once in his career that he had the opportunity to move.
Should have taken it,
You know, to go to a Prem, you know, to go to La Liga, Do you think that affected him?
I think it had to.
Yeah.
I think it had to. You don't make that move, it can affect you not only mentally, but the second you're kind of out of whack, your play will suffer as well.
It does.
And he made his debut in the Italian national team in 2016 as well. So, I mean, talk about everything going perfect, seemingly, right? Hasn't played for Italy since 2022. So it tells you all you need to know, And now he's back at Cagliari. Has scored 2 goals in his first 2 appearances. So, hey, maybe he hits the ground running. Maybe he has a little late renaissance to his career, right? But Belotti, I mean, one of those seasons, I think probably the most forgotten one.
I didn't think about this at all. So if I had to pick one that I didn't think about or I wasn't expecting, probably this one.
Octo, would you agree?
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Those City A players just...
There's so many.
That season, was there something in the ball? Was there something just in the air in Italy? I don't know what happened that year. But Octo, you were mentioning some that, of course, we all chose 2. I cheated and chose 3 and gave an honorable mention to Mitrovic. What were some others you were thinking of? Because I loved this list.
It was hard. I mentioned I was thinking of Todd Cantwell. He had that very good season at Norwich.
I think that's more forgotten than this.
Not just him. Timo Pukki on that team, too. They were
Minnesota United.
So fun to watch. We had Dries Mertens, Napoli legend.
Napoli, yes.
The little giant, as the people in Italy called him. What a player.
Man.
It's ridiculous.
And Mertens is one of those who kind of, he has done well for Belgium.
Yeah,
I mean, one of the best Belgian players recently.
Part of that golden generation.
Yeah. Maybe we need to do this again, gents. I think we might have to run this back.
Yeah.
Because I would love to talk about some of those.
There's too many players to think about and to go through.
Back when Norwich was a yo-yo club, coming up and down. Now they're
still are, but
yo-yo between League One and Championship.
Still.
By the way, I remember in COVID season, I believe it was, or after Unai Emery left, we went there and I believe we lost to Norwich City. So we've come a long way, guys. But Octo, thank you very much.
Thank you very much
for joining us. If you can, join us for the rest of the season,
I'd be happy to come
back. Be my guest. Thursdays, 11 a.m. You know the drill by now. But stay tuned, because segment 3, we're playing another game, Patrick.
With who?
Testing more ball knowledge.
With who? Question mark.
With a very special guest. You're going to have to stay tuned to find out.
This is Kathleen Moore, one of your hosts here at the Hitting the Field Network, and I am here at the heart of the UCF campus, the Student Union Plaza. Today, we're going to be going around man on the street style, asking the very important questions about our football team.
So UNC in just a couple days' time. Give me your truthful, honest take on Bill Belichick.
He's good at NFL, but I mean, college he doesn't look so good so far.
I think he honestly really lucked out with Tom Brady. I remember watching him when I grew up. 6-time Super Bowl champion with the Patriots. The real question is with no Tom Brady, is he still as great as he is?
I think that his team, though, he has not a lot to work with.
College football, he's not ready. NIL, not ready. He is not ready to perform in the college landscape. And Scott Frost, okay, Nebraska didn't do great. That's fine. I get it. Okay. Come back home. Come back to UCF. This is where we're going to perform. Yes. This is where we're going to do it.
$1 million question. Ready? Will UCF make a bowl game this year?
Yes.
I don't know, maybe.
We need to. I feel like as the fan base, we need to, especially to support Scott Frost, get everybody behind Scott Frost. That's what's going to be needed. For sure. I mean, we play some pretty bad teams.
I think we definitely will.
There's going to be games like this and like the Jack State game where it's going to be close and like whoever wants it more is going to get it.
We want you guys to win. I like to say that UCF is the diamond in the rough university. Be the diamond in the rough and show everybody that you are the diamond.
Well, everyone, as you can see, we have some pretty elite ball knowers here on the UCF campus, don't we, Edgar?
Yes, we do, and they're all excited not just for this week's game, but also for the whole rest of the season. So make sure you stay tuned, not just to nighttime, not just to HTFC, but to all 6 shows on the Hitting the Field YouTube channel.
And be sure to check out our Instagram and our TikToks. Go Knights!
Charge on! Well, welcome back for segment 3 of what? Episode 4, correct? Yeah, because I got that wrong in the group chat the other day. Episode 4, segment 3, and joining us is a very special guest. Now, if you're an HTF fan, you probably won't ever see him again and haven't seen him in the past. Dani Coragem, welcome into the podcast room.
No way. In the flesh.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate that.
Welcome back to UCF. Does it feel weird? Do you feel like you're at home?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah?
A little bit. Maybe when you go home from college and then you haven't been there in a little while, but it still looks a little familiar. Maybe a couple of things changed, but yeah, I feel at home. I love UCF.
Oh, you better. Once a night, always a night. Patrick, I mean, we finally dragged him from Nona.
I know.
So
I'm excited, and we have a fun segment. We're gonna look over players and their careers. We're gonna try to guess who's who, and it's gonna be really interesting to see how this goes.
We have to give credit where it's due. I don't know if you guys ever watched Club to Club. It was during COVID time. Spencer FC did a show like this, and I was like, we have to recreate this for HTFC. So we're going to go through a player's career. We don't know who they are. We have no idea. We have not been privy to any of this information. But we're going to try and guess who it is. We're going to run through an example real quick. You guys have already seen this, but this is how it's going to work, okay? So we're going to see it club by club. We literally just screenshotted their Wikipedia career bio, essentially. So we're going to, you can just click through each one. And we will see if we can guess. If not, then no one gets a point. If you do get it correct, you do get a point, okay? We're going to make this semi-competitive. If you haven't told already, it's of course Meza Ozil on the first one. So that's how it's gonna work, boys. Are we ready? Are we locked in?
I think so. Yeah.
Hopefully we don't look like fools by the end of this.
Oh gosh.
It's not a good start.
It's not a good start.
Right.
Okay, let's just jump right into it.
Let's go to the next one.
Already, Union Santa Fe. Okay, so Orlando City 2022,
2024. Okay.
It's not there anymore.
I have a good range.
No goals.
Do we?
I have a guy in mind, but I don't think he was here in 22.
He left last year.
So hold on. If I guess, am I out or?
No. It's just we just guess until we get it right. If no one gets it right,
I'm gonna. Is there one? Do we know if there's one more?
There is. So he went to Nacional.
I know who it is.
I have no idea.
I know who it is. It's
Gonzalez.
Pereira. Is it Pereira?
No, it's.
Isn't it Pereira? The attacking mid?
No. I think. I think this is.
He is a Nacional. No, Pereira did go to Nacional.
No, 18 appearances. That's too much. Too many appearances for this guy.
And Pereira would have played more in 2 years for Orlando City.
And Pereira was actually involved.
And he definitely scored. Yeah, I guess. Is it Luis Rivas?
Who?
There was a guy. There was like a winger.
No.
Okay. Well. This is where he's at now. He's at Sarmiento on loan.
I was gonna say.
His Colombian 100%.
I was gonna say. No.
His Colombian and he's pretty young. If he started in 2019.
Wait, is Union Santa Fe? Where are they from?
He's like 26.
Do we know where they're from?
Yeah, they're from Colombia. No?
Yeah,
hold on. Okay. So
do you guys not give us any hints? What is
no hints. We are
how we do
in the dark here. Argentine Primera División.
I think this is Gaston Gonzalez. That's my final guess.
Gaston Gonzalez, you're saying
that's
who?
My final guess.
No. I thought he was coming from Santa Fe, Colombia. So
Nick Hernandez, reveal who it is. Gaston Gonzalez.
I knew it because we signed him. He tore his ACL like twice, and he like never played. And he was banished back to South America.
I'm sorry, I've never heard of this guy before.
I have never.
I'm just goaded.
That's good.
My train of thought was completely opposite.
That's good.
I thought it was the Santa Fe in Colombia. So I was looking for a
That's why I was
player.
asking this question.
All right, guys. So Gaston Gonzalez was the right answer. So you got the point, Patrick. Okay, that was an incredible poll. I've never heard of the guy before. Anyway, Khan from 0203. Let's quickly move on. I'm guessing this is going to be an Arsenal player.
It could be. Or maybe a random guy.
Okay, we can
no,
move
you just
on.
move on. If somebody gets this out of it, there you go.
2003-11.
So defender for
only
sure.
One goal, yeah. I was about to say 200 appearances is a lot. That's a
lot.
Where's that team from? Is it a French team?
Yeah, that's French. That's
what's next?
Where'd he go after Manchester City?
Oh, I know who it is. Can I lock it in?
You know?
I know who it is. Is it Nasri?
No chance. Wait. I
think this is.
No chance.
I think
he would have way more goals.
It's Nasri.
He would have way more goals.
No, wait,
no,
than
you're
one
right.
goal at Arsenal.
Right. Actually, hold on.
And at City.
But he went to.
No. I know. Is it Clichy?
Oh, Gil Clichy! That's a great answer. That's a great answer.
Wow.
That's good.
Gil
Wow.
Clichy.
That's crazy.
Wow. Yep. Went to Istanbul after. Returned as Servette.
This is my generation right there.
Wow.
All right, I'll give you that.
Osasuna V.
Yeah, I don't think that's very helpful.
Let's see what's next.
Third one. Oh, I gotta pull one out of the bag here. I gotta draw level. All right, we can go next. Osasuna. I'm guessing you went to Osasuna. Yep. Okay. 99 appearances.
07,
Marseille.
10 Marseille.
Huh.
Next, Chelsea.
Where
Okay, this is a guy that. Can I? I'll take a guess as well. Is it Azpilicueta?
Azpilicueta?
Sevilla? Oh, really? He was at Marseille before?
I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I know he went to Atletico Madrid and Chelsea.
The Sevilla, because he just signed recently.
But
I saw that.
Yes. I would have never thought of.
I didn't know. This.
I didn't know Marcel.
I didn't know this.
But a Chelsea guy, defender, Atletico Madrid, Spanish dude. It had to be.
Had to be.
Sevilla.
Wow.
The Mines. Some USL too.
All right.
Chicago
FC. Holy.
Oh my God.
If I tell you, I think I know who this is.
I think I know who this is.
Too.
Really?
Chris Mueller.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah, it's Chris Mueller.
That's so true.
I forgot the name, but I had seen a guy that
Chris Mueller.
I think Hibernian would have led me to that.
Yeah, for sure.
You knew from.
I knew from.
I would have gone as Chicago Fire, but he clocked it way before me.
I got it here because he's from Illinois.
Chris Mueller, of course, he was supposed to be the guy.
Yeah.
And then went
he was
to
a
Europe
good player.
too soon.
He was.
Wasn't a bad player.
And then he just whatever.
All right, we got to check, guys.
Prague.
Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Wait, 8 goals though.
Okay, move on. I think I already have a name.
Dortmund. 2001, 2006. Oh, I'm not getting this.
01, 06. No one's getting this. And then Arsenal.
16.
This guy.
Longevity.
Wait.
I
know who it is.
I think I have an idea.
I know who it is. I know his name. I don't want to say it, and then Edgar gets it.
Wait.
He's an attacking me. His long hair. Is it like Rosici? Something like that.
That's who I thought, but it's not. Thomas Rosicky, but I don't think it's Thomas Rosicky.
He returns to Prague though.
Because 2016.
06 to 16. That's the window where he was at Arsenal. Wait, if we get it, it's mine, right? Because
if you get it,
well, so I was thinking the same guy, but yes, you said it out loud first, so it would be yours. Hold on, though.
I have no idea.
There's the only Czech guy that played for Arsenal outside of like Peter Cech.
I think that's too late to leave. I think he left us way before 2016.
No,
I don't remember him hanging out until 2016.
2016, I was in high school. That's right about when he was there. That's how I know. This is like FIFA 15 days. It was there.
I don't think so.
I'm telling you, I'm 100% sure it has to be him.
Oh my goodness!
I'm telling you.
That's crazy.
I don't remember being there at 2016
Wow.
I mean, you were like, what, 10 years old?
Well, that would have been my, first season supporting Arsenal.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Crazy. Thomas Rosicky, yeah. Yeah, great player.
Okay.
Flamengo.
This is 100% going to be mine. Go, hit it.
Flamengo.
I think I already know who it is.
Mazatlan.
Oh, okay.
No
No idea.
idea.
Mazatlan. Okay. What?
Okay. Guarani.
One more.
Is that Brazil?
Yeah.
Palmeiras.
I know who it is. Richard Rios.
Oh!
Yeah, of course.
You wanna know something funny about Richard Rios?
That was definitely Becca's, by the way.
You wanna know something funny about him? Flamengo picks him up in futsal. So he played professional futsal for a Colombian team.
Yeah.
I think I could be 100% wrong, but I think it's on Secaldas for some reason. I just have that in my mind. But he played futsal, and then Flamengo played a tournament against him, and then signed him to the first team.
Wow.
And then he gets loaned out to Guarani, and then kills it, and then Palmeiras picks him up.
Alianza Plantet.
Yeah, so it wasn't on Secaldas.
Alianza Plantet.
Yeah, he was a futsal. He was a futsal player till about he was like 22, 23. So he starts pretty.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's crazy actually.
Yeah, 2020. I mean, that's a. He hasn't played professional football for.
Do I have 4 points here?
You have 4, I think.
We gotta count them up.
He's leading. I've only gotten 2. All right.
FC Dallas from 08 to 12. Okay. That does not help.
Up next. What's next? Stoke City.
Stoke for 3 games only.
Okay.
Hold on.
Barnsley doesn't help either.
Birmingham.
This is just going down the drain.
This guy's losing.
He's got to return to Dallas at some point.
Orlando's only for a year.
2016 is crazy.
Hold on.
1 year at Orlando.
There's a couple.
This is really niche.
Dallas though.
Vancouver.
Whitecaps.
Guys, I don't know who this is.
No, it can't be him. Hold on.
I think
because if he.
I know, dude.
I feel like I know who it is. I think I know who it is, but
I'm not 100% sure, but I have a feeling. If I have to lock in, this gas to be this.
Okay.
From 2020 to 2022.
It's like
hold on.
That's before Messi. He leaves right when Messi gets here.
Hold on. I'm gonna assume there's one more.
Dallas.
And Miami too.
Is it? Oh, but
hold on. I need to think about this one. I need to think about this one.
15-16 Orlando City.
I'm going to
say what's his first name?
19 goals.
What's his name?
Breck Shea.
That's my guess.
It's Breck Shea.
Yes!
Oh my god.
Yes! Come on! That's my first point.
Wow.
Yes!
That is ball knowledge. That is ball knowledge.
I have a Breck Shea jersey.
That is ball knowledge.
I thought he was at Orlando for longer.
No. He leaves pretty quickly.
Yes. That makes, and then he goes. He played at Atlanta. Yes,
I'm happy with that.
Breck Shea.
Yes, Nick Hernandez.
I thought he played that first year that Orlando was. Is that the first
year? Yes,
MLS
2015,
15, right? Yeah,
2015 was
Camping World Days.
Yeah, he did. He was at the debut game, but Kaká played.
Yeah. Breck Shea. Wow,
that's ball knowledge.
Number 20.
I was close.
Number 20.
I was close, but I didn't think of his name.
He got capped at the national team.
A couple times. At least in friendlies, anyway.
Breck Shea.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. Guadalajara.
05, Guadalajara.
That's a fair one though, because I could have gone there.
Yeah, wow, that was good.
The first
Arsenal. 05.
I know.
Mexico,
I know.
Go
ahead.
I'll let you say it, but if
Carlos Vela has to be.
Yeah.
Carlos Vela. Thank you very much. We're in the game. We're in the game. 2 points.
I have 2.
I got 4.
I got 4. Estudiantes. Wow.
That was quick. Another Nick Hernandez one. I'm guessing that was you, of course. Mexican national team. Prideful.
Oh, boy.
Estudiantes from 03 to 04. Then he goes to San Lorenzo in Argentina, right?
San Lorenzo. A lot of goals. He scored a lot. Napoli. Argentina, Napoli.
Yeah. 2012. Where does he go after this?
Lavezzi.
I was gonna say. As soon as he said it, his name came to my head. Oh man!
I just thought like early days.
I was gonna say Lavezzi.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, and then he goes to China afterwards.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything beyond the PSG, but the Napoli, PSG, Spanish, Argentine.
So I don't remember him scoring that many goals though.
How many did he score? Can you go back? How many scored did Napoli and PSG?
38 goals, 22.
That makes sense.
Napoli, yes, because that's why he gets picked up. That makes sense. He doesn't do that well.
He was like an 8 though, right? An 8.
No, it's like a winger.
A winger, really?
It was like a winger,
yeah. Yeah. Like you said, early PSG days.
Early PSG. Yeah. That's like Ibra, Cavani.
Yeah.
Like I think some Beckham over there in 2000.
Yeah, Danny has that. Kind of late 2000s to 2010 that we're lacking, Patrick.
A little
so
bit.
He's bringing that to the table.
My ball knowledge doesn't pick up until like I gain like
anything in that range, 2012, 2016. That's
all.
I mean, I was paying attention, but I was like 10 years old,
right,
12 years old, so I was like,
I
will say like around COVID, like 18 to 22, I kind of stopped watching soccer altogether. I was like really into basketball.
There was a lot.
Stuff like that. In COVID, I get really into basketball.
Yeah.
So I disconnect a little bit.
Was that the last one?
That's my blank.
No, I think there's more.
I think that was the last one. So wow.
No,
I finished. No, that was the last one.
What do you mean?
That was the last one.
No, there's more.
No,
there's more. I think we have 2 more.
No, because that was 9.
That's it.
Because he has 5, 2, and 2. That's 9 players.
Oh my goodness! Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. So he demolished us.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, I think we still have some time left in the segment, though. That was fun. Next time we know to prepare 50.
Yeah, that was. Man.
That's some crazy players, though.
I was ready for the next one,
I'm not
guys.
gonna lie. Outside of the first one, I don't even know the guy's name. Outside that dude, I think I could have gotten all of them.
Yeah,
so it was pretty good. Yeah. So it was pretty fair. I feel.
Yeah, you think that was a good level?
As the guest on the show, I think you guys like received me because they're all pretty guessable. They're all pretty good. So
we are Dani Coragem approved. I'm happy to say. But yeah, let's since we have some more time, I don't think we've reached 20 minutes yet, guys. Have we? So let's talk about Nona for a little bit.
Sure.
Let's make this Nona segment after the game. Just tell us a little bit about what you do. About the club for those who don't know.
Sure. So Nona is a hybrid elite youth academy and semi-pro team. So at the kids level, now they're with MLS Next. They call it the elite academies, which are the clubs that participate in the circuit that are not affiliated to a pro team. So Nona Soccer Academy, it was founded in 2016, so we're running into our 9th season, close to the 10-year anniversary.
Just started.
Yep. In Lake Nona, that's where we take our name from.
Yes.
Fun fact, it was actually called Lake Nona Soccer Academy, but then changed about a year in.
Not many people know that.
Yeah. So the first logos I actually say Lake Nona. And it was founded by Fabio, who was my high school coach.
Silva, the boss.
In 2016.
Yep.
So I've known about Nona for a long time, and a couple of years later, 2019, I joined as a rec coach, and I've been there pretty much ever since in a variety of capabilities.
Right.
And then in 2022, we acquired USL2 franchise to turn into a semi-pro team, and ever since it's been kind of just like a upwards ride from there, growing in numbers, growing in size, locations, and obviously in talent, now being part of MLS Next and being part of the National Academy League, which are huge accomplishments to us and everything that we work for. Today at Nona, like I said, after multiple different positions, I am the official title is Director of Planning and Events. But
I do everything.
I essentially take care of all the academy scheduling. All the events, operations, and stuff like that. I run our tournaments. We have 2 events that are ours, and then we have a co-event that is debuting this year in January with a couple other Florida academies. So I'm the tournament director for those, and then obviously during the summer, I am the director of operations for our USL2 program.
When anyone asks me, what does Dani do? I just say director of operations. I think it covers what you do perfectly.
Yeah.
How about you, Patrick? Talk about your experience. Of course, I kind of dragged you in at the end of the 2024 season. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, we just rose dramatically in 2025 with the behind-the-scenes stuff. So just talk about your experience as well.
I mean, it's been an amazing time. Like, I'm always talking to you about how excited I am to, do all these different things, right? I mean, Dani, he's seen me do a lot as well. I love doing USL2 stuff, especially has been an incredibly fun experience.
That's our crown
And that's
jewel
been, always, what
summer.
we're always talking about, that was so much fun, or how excited we were, And even the podcast we do over there as well, you and me, it's a lot of fun. I've always had a ton of fun with everything I do. It's something that I think has helped me incredibly. I would say I always contributes to, my resume, and it's what got me the Club World Cup job, right, in the first place, essentially, because I had the experience that I needed, right? So I think it's just one of those opportunities that I'm always going to be blessed and really glad that I've had.
I can echo what you say. If it wasn't for you, none of that would have happened. You were the one who hired me.
That's not true. You guys applied. But in all seriousness, I think that this is the beauty of the internship program. Obviously, sure. When it started, it wasn't really anything bigger than just getting the work done, and we need some extra hands. How do we do that? But I think now it's transitioned into something a little bit bigger than that, and it's 100% because of people like you, like Patrick, Becca, and Nick, they're back there, and everybody else that's been through the program is because for some reason this thing is contagious to everybody. You know what I mean? You want to come in, you don't want to just do the job, you want to be part of it, and that could be attributed to 100 million things, to the culture, to the environment that we have over there, and those things, and to the personnel selection. Obviously, always, I think I told everybody that I've interviewed in the past, I always say that I don't really care if you can do the job. I care if you're willing to learn how to do it. I'm not going to keep you for a year or 2 years. I'm going to keep you for 3 months. So I'd rather you be someone that is going to embrace it, and then I'm going to have a good relationship with and have a good time, rather than be somebody that can do the job, but we're not going to be a good group. So I think that's the most important thing, and transitions into things like this,
Yeah, it can grow exponentially. You don't even know where it can take you, but now you're in our podcast room.
I am.
Back
there
at
you
UCF.
go. This is the stuff that I'm talking about.
Of course, Nick Hernandez and Becca, of course, joined us last season, so thank you guys. I speak for you when you say you also enjoyed your time, and I think that partnership, Dani, with UCF, with Hitting the Field, I mean, there's so many more in the studio now that we're part of it as well. So if we continue to grow that, I mean, who knows what we can accomplish in 2026 USL2. Nona Cup coming up soon. I saw Fabio already sent a text about Nona Cup. He woke up inspired.
He is inspired.
But thank you for joining us, Dani.
Absolutely.
Liverpool, are they going to win the league again?
I think so.
No, you won't.
I think so.
No, you won't.
But if I can use the last 30 seconds, I have to do a personal shout out over here, especially because we're talking about sports and everything. So I coach at Timber Springs Middle School. I coach the girls soccer team.
You just came from practice, didn't you?
Correct. I just came from practice. But I've been there for 4 years. This is my last year. This is my last dance with them. But after 3 years of falling short, losing to the rival school, which is Avalon Middle, they finally beat them this season. So we got a banner.
Yes!
We got a banner going up into the gym.
Timber Springs.
Hopefully tomorrow they have the last regular season game. I don't think there's a way we don't win it, but it's not done until it's over. But they have a home game tomorrow, but I'm just excited for those girls and to finish the cycle with them. So my shout out is to them. If they got to watch, if the parents got to watch it, I don't know.
I'll send you the link. I'll send you the link, and you can share it with your players. We will keep me updated, and we'll also keep updated on that. A
lot of Knights fans in those families.
There you go. There you go. All right, HTFC. The word is getting out, Patrick. Finally, season 2, episode 4. We're gonna crush it. But once again, Dani, thank you so much
for the invitation. I appreciate you guys.
Patrick, thank you as always. Becca and Nick at the producer's desk, killing it as always. We'll be back next week for episode 5. We'll see you then. Take care.